Hello and welcome to Crime Time with Spiritual Nikki. Remember, what's done in the dark will always come to light. We're going to go over some timelines of this case. First, we're going to go over this first one that was released yesterday from the FBI to the news. I'm taking it. I don't know. We're going to listen to it together. I will pause so they don't try to strike me. Not that I'm monetized, but
With over 15,000 acres of farmland across 7 states, I need full visibility into my entire business at all times. NetSuite gives me the real-time data I need to make informed decisions that drive profitability and improve my bottom line. Not to mention, it gives me all of this information all in one place whenever I need it, whether I'm out on the farm or at home with my family. Visit netsuite.com.
I'm not sure why there's no sound. It's just showing us. So hold on here. All right. So it looks like it's just a video of the area. You actually have to read it. So basically, what it says is that the FBI focused on a specific set of trailer park dumpsters in the search for Quentin's remains. Police now say the likelihood of locating the boy's body is slim. Fox News Digital has learned that the 1-year-old vanished October 5th. Detectives believe he is dead, and they named his mother, Leilani Simon, 22, as the prime suspect. As the investigation enters the second month, authorities are now saying that they may never recover little Quentin's body. So, in a police press on October 13th, they believed Quentin's remains were placed into this set of dumpsters here. Okay. And taken by, regular means to the waste management landfill. So within 48 hours, Simon reporting her son missing, more than a dozen police officers and FBI agents descended on the trailer park, which has about 200 homes. Residents told Fox 5 that FBI agents knocked on almost every door and showed them photos of Simon and his grandmother, Billy Joe, and 3 other people. I don't know why they're not naming the 3 other people. They also asked the locals whether they had seen a particular car. The park is 2.8 miles from Simon's home. So this person, I'm not going to say their name because I don't want them to say that I was talking about them, who lived at these said trailer park or at the trailer park since 1997, said 3 male FBI agents and 1 female questioned her and her neighbor. They showed us pictures of adults and the baby, and they asked us if we had seen the people, if we knew these people, she recalled. They asked if I'd seen anybody dumping big stuff down the dumpster. There are 5 large green dumpsters at the edge of the trailer park that the sanitations picks up. The refuse 3 times, well, I guess they do it 3 times a week and dumps it at the waste management. So that means in the week that he was picked up before they started searching there, 3 sets of days of trash was picked up. So another resident, not going to say her name, said she had returned for like from a month-long stay at the hospital 36 hours after Quentin's disappearance. And the complex was swarming with FBI agents and police at that time. So this is her home. This is where Leilani and Quentin were. And this is the trailer park. I have a video on my TikTok. I named this area that I felt like the baby was in like a few days after he went missing. But anyway, that's for another time. Her home faces the dumpsters and has cameras affixed to the road. Owned by the management company. The camera is trained on the dumpsters to detour illegal dumping. Chapman County and the FBI have been out here looking through our dumpsters and was trying to obtain video from the camera, but my Wi-Fi was down and they couldn't pull any video off of it. I don't think they have any video, you guys. That's why she has not been arrested, because there's no video. Because if there was a video of her throwing a child in the trash, she would have been arrested. They did this, which was stupid to name her as a suspect if they were not going to arrest her because it's caused a fucking circus. But they did this hoping that she would talk, hoping that somebody would open their mouth and tell on her if they knew something, knowing that she's now the prime suspect. We know you were in this trailer park, blah, 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 blah. So after investigators wrapped up at the trailer park, the management office posted no trespassing signs at the entrance of the property. The Chapman Police Department referred Fox News Digital to the FBI for comment. The agency didn't immediately respond. Okay. The toddler's babysitter, I'm not going to name her, she's been named enough, told Fox 5 she believes the child may have accidentally drowned in the family pool. And she came out with this a while ago. In the statement Wednesday, Chapman police called the landfill search more grueling than anyone could imagine. We knew going into this, the search and the odds of recovering Quentin remains were low. The department wrote, most landfill searches do not end in a recovery due to many factors, including volume of trash to search and, the compress of the debris and however, all of that stuff. So the statement said that Simon remains the sole suspect in her son's death. Okay. Good evening, Auntie M. So this new article that was published is basically telling you that they got no video from that trailer park. So where's the video that everybody is going around saying in comments on Facebook and whatnot that they have? I don't think they have it, or they would have arrested her. This was published yesterday. Okay. So this is so sad. So sad. Anyway, we're going to go over the timeline now. I just want to make sure everybody's aware of when the pool was drained. So on the 5th, we know he went missing, of course. Let me share my other screen here. I'll keep coming back to check comments too. All right, let me make this a little bigger for you guys. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see all of that, but so October 5th, Quentin goes missing. Okay. 6 a.m. that day was the last time he was seen. She told police her son was sleeping in the playpen. I want you guys to remember that, okay? Sleeping in the playpen when he was last seen, although earlier reports indicate Quentin had wandered off, which is true. She did say she believed he wandered off in a beginning interview where she didn't speak. She just told these news people this, okay? And then according to the call, the emergency service obtained by the locals, the front door of the family's home was found open. This is October 5th. Simon told 911 she thinks someone came in and took her child. Diana received a text at 9 a.m. asking if she knew if Quentin was there. She was immediately then, went over to the families and did whatever, try to help them search. They say she didn't, whatever. Okay, October 10th. October 10th, Quentin's grandmother says her daughter didn't always do the right thing. So this interview is where you can hear her say she trusts her and then she doesn't. She does good 1 minute, then she doesn't, whatever. Okay, on the 10th. Okay, as well as the newspaper had obtained court documents which alleged an eviction dispute with Miss Howell seeking to remove her daughter and her boyfriend from the property due to alleged damage and lack of peace. However, this remains unconfirmed. Then they came out with the actual papers from the courts, okay, which states in this one. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong one. That's why. Okay. Okay, anyway, on the 12th, police confirmed that Quentin is presumed dead and the mother is named as the prime suspect. This is the same day that Mr. Curtis goes on and does his interview that everybody's been talking about in the Facebook groups for like the last 2.5, 3 weeks. Okay, like 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks. They've been talking about this and everybody's been wondering who Curtis is. Well, Curtis is probably the same fucking person that Billy Joe's on somebody's live talking about how she gave him a place to stay for a couple of days. Didn't Curtis say he was there for a couple of days? Right? Hello. Crime stories. Right? Didn't Billy Joe say that? I'm going to play a recording. I'm not going to show it, but I'm going to play it. I'm going to let you guys listen to it. Hopefully you can hear it. And this is just a couple of days ago on someone's live.
Yeah. This was all recently. I'm not going to give time frames or anything, but it was kind of recently. And yeah.
She said, this is kind of recently. I'm not going to give you a time frame. Okay. Him and his girlfriend split up. They were doing good. He was doing good in his life. At least she thought he was. He needed to have somewhere to put his stuff and somewhere to crash for a few days. So I let him stay here. And she found out he was smoking meth in her camper. Okay. So if you go listen to Curtis's interview, he states that he was here for a couple of days. First, he tried to say the 5th or the 6th, or the 4th or the 5th, which he couldn't have been here on the 4th, and knocking on Billy's door, saying that he lost a child, and I'm here to, tell you about my story, because Quentin wasn't missing yet, and Billy Joe wasn't there. Billy Joe, according to the babysitter, got home the day Quentin went missing in the afternoon. If you listen to Billy Joe's interview, she says she got home at 3:30. So she's home the day that Quentin went missing. This person claims he was there the day before or the day Quentin went missing, but then he corrects himself and says, no, it was the 5th and the 6th, and then it was the 5th or the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. Okay. It's just funny how he was inside of this home as a fucking stranger before the said YouTuber that is sticking and riding and dying for the family right now. This means this person talked to the family and Billy Joe before she did. Okay? Because he was there on the 6th. Okay? So if he was there on the 6th and the 7th, or the 5th and the 6th, or the 6th, 7th, and the 8th, it was still before they went on somebody's YouTube channel and giving us their theory about what happened. Okay, the bathtub theory and the whatever theories that they were coming up with. Okay, and then all of a sudden we get a Bubba and Grandma's call released, and she thinks that the baby drowned because they was high and blah 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 blah. Okay, I mean the grandma's changed her stories and has been upset, mad, angry, sad so many times I can't even keep up. Okay, and said person putting them on their channel 24/7, okay, didn't help the situation because they've said things that are probably not going to look good, especially with this Curtis interview, okay? Because why does Curtis on the 12th, why does Curtis on the 12th do an interview stating everything that this YouTuber has had the family come out and say, made the family say, came up together with the family to say? I don't know. But it's all too damn fishy. And if anybody's paying attention to what Curtis said, what you need to be paying attention to is it's almost the same shit that Michael came on and spilled to all of us. You don't think it was a setup here? You don't think they're all working together? You don't think, I mean, come on. What do you guys think? I mean, this is freaking crazy. And then now there's a bunch of YouTubers that are going around talking about this Curtis interview. This Curtis interview's been talked about on Twitter, all the Facebook groups for Quentin, including mine, for a week and a half, 2 weeks. That's why half of these people are telling that said YouTuber that they're full of crap. Because they're not the only one that talked to the family. According to the stranger, Billy Joe let them stay in their home for days. Like, he just knocked on the door, right? He knocked on the door and he was like, I lost a child. I know exactly what's going on. And she was like, oh, you lost a child? Come on in. Let me come in here and tell you all about the cameras, how they weren't working, and how the older brother got it on his, his app. He doesn't even live in the house, but he's got the cameras on his app. They sat there and they just argued in front of this stranger, giving out their personal business and personal arguments and how they don't like each other. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm sorry, but I don't buy it for the life of me. Okay, I'm gonna need you guys to hold really quick. This is a very important phone call. It should be fast. Give me just a second. All right, guys. Sorry. I'm back. I apologize. Yes, classic and sincere. Yes. Summer Wells, Cody Bigsby. Yes. We need to still find Harmony Montgomery. I agree. Yes. Okay, so I'm just coming on to let you guys know that I don't think it's some weird, crazy quadinkadink that this guy was let in Billy Joe's house and comes on and gives this interview. He either A, knows the family, okay? Period. Point blank, I don't care how he knows them. Church, grocery store, friend of a friend. I don't give a shit, especially if my kid just went missing or my grandkid. Would I be damned if I was going to let some stranger up in my house, okay? So he lied right off the bat. I don't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. I think he was sent from the family and said YouTuber probably before this YouTuber broke that she was talking to the family and came out with the same freaking bullshit. Okay? Why does a brother that lives in a whole ass other state have the camera app on his phone? For what? For what? I don't understand. Phone died in your back. Yay. You're welcome. You're welcome. Here, I got something for you right here. It was in the beginning of my video and it's always at the end, but here you go. Here's the missing faces, guys. Classic, Sincere, Lena, Summer, Michael, Cody. We're missing lots of kids. And guess what? Classic and Sincere's parents are fucking waiting trial. Them foster parents that went on with their bullshit interview that everybody knew they lied about. Okay? Harmony's dad was just charged. It won't be long before somebody in Summer's case is charged. Okay? I really do believe Michael is missing. I don't think the family has anything to do with that one. That's just my opinion. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Yes, I'll start looking into some of these too. I don't think I've heard of the last two that you just said. So, but okay, you're not letting a stranger in your house. Okay. And I'm not knocking anybody that is covering the case, sticking up for the family, talking to Danny's mom, talking to Danny, talking to the babysitter, talking to Billy Joe, because guess what? I've talked to them all too. Okay. You just don't see me on here sharing our messages or telling you what they told me because you want to know why? I don't believe what any of them have told me either. The only one I really kind of believe is the babysitter to a point because they've all contradicted themselves and they've all went back and flipped around times and who was doing who and well not who was doing who, that didn't really sound good, but who was doing what and at what time. um so I've talked to them all. Danny's mom was the most interesting out of them all. Okay. I've talked to a neighbor down the street. I've talked to another neighbor that's on hospice. She just wants some damn peace. Okay. I've talked to a lot of people in this case, but I'm not on here fucking airing it out for the world to see. If there was anything that I was told in any of those conversations that I felt needed to go to law enforcement, it went to law enforcement. Like a few other things I've seen, comments and shit. Some people need to be looked into because I think some people are just trying to steer people in a whole different direction, and I don't think it's cool. Anybody that was in that home during the time that Quentin went missing, to me, in my opinion, is guilty until proven innocent. It may be you are innocent until proven guilty, but I look at both. And I don't believe one person in that house more than the other. I do not see a sad mother when I look at Leilani. I don't. I see some pain in Billy Joe. Is it for the fact that she's possibly going to be burying and having a funeral for her grandson? Maybe. Maybe. But a lot of it is guilt. A lot. Now, I'm not going to sit here and bash anybody on any history of their background, charges, addictions, because I have 2 children that I adopted because their mothers are drug addicts. They used to be good people, and they used to take care of their kids. They have a problem. And their problem has made it to where their children are not important. That's something they have to deal with. Not me. Not you. Or anybody else. I do too. I covered Amari Nicholson. Go look at my videos. That mother told me not to search behind McDonald's. And guess where we found her son? Behind McDonald's. But guess what? She hasn't been charged. And her boyfriend still, almost 2 years later, is waiting. So that's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. Leilani is not getting arrested anytime soon, because if they had actual evidence of her tossing a baby in the trash, she would be arrested. It's going to take a while for any other charges, like everybody keeps commenting, child endangerment and all of this. Of course, they all could be charged with that. The grandmother comes on an interview shortly after she's back, and she tells you that the dang daughter cannot be trusted. She has a history of lying. I believe Amari's mom knew, yes. Oh my God, is she really only on OnlyFans still? Shut up. Oh, that's disgusting. I subscribed or whatever to that so I could, it was horrible. She still had that video up of her and the boyfriend days after that baby was said to be killed by him. Yeah. So it was crazy. We still do every year. We do the light up the night for Amari. We just did our 2 years. We're going to do it again this year. We are not going to forget Amari. Amari is Vegas. That's our Vegas baby. That's our Vegas child. And his life was taken way too soon in the hands of a monster. Somebody that the mother allowed in and around her child. So the Curtis thing, I don't believe that he was some random fucking stranger. What I believe is he was this said person that was staying in Billy Joe's home or in the trailer that was caught smoking meth, as you just heard. She didn't want to give a time frame. She said it was recent. Was Billy Joe not gone for a few weeks prior to her grandson going missing? So recent would have been since Quentin went missing, right? So that's probably this Curtis dude. Nikki, who do you think disposed of him? I don't know. I thought it was Danny until I saw him listed as a witness. Now I'm really confused. Because I'm like, why would the police in an incident report name him as a witness? Leilani as a victim. Nothing about the kid. There ain't a description of this child, nothing about what he's wearing, nothing. It just says a 20-month-old possible kidnapping. So I'm like, how is he a witness? Is he a witness to what? Seeing the baby last? Because that's the only thing I can think of. And then I'm like, did you dispose of him in the trash on your way to work? But I'm like, I don't know. I think Leilani did it. And I think she's trying to pin it on her boyfriend, just like Amari Nicholson's mom was getting it pinned on her from the boyfriend, saying that she knew that the baby's dad's aunt was coming. As soon as I met Amari's aunt in the parking lot, and she was like, I do not have that baby. I live in California. I looked right at her and I knew she was telling the truth. I was like, there's no way she was out searching with us and doing flyers with us and Nevada Child Seekers. You think Leilani? I do too. I'm beginning to wonder if he even really seen the baby in the pack and play. I think she made it look like something was in the pack and play, but I think it happened the night before, according to a neighbor that I spoke to. They saw her leave the night before. Yes. Yes, Emma. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I didn't want to mention the channel's name, but it's okay. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the clip I just played. Was her stating that she had to let him go. I feel you, Annie. I used to like her like a little bit in certain things, but I'm like, I don't like the fact that you can't comment your own opinion without being blocked or booted. I don't comment usually in there because I think it's stupid that you get picked on for your, you know, your opinion and what you think because you don't agree with the family or you don't agree with what she's doing. Is it's sad, you know? I think something with the Curtis person, if this Curtis person was really in that home, I think he knew the family and the family had him go on this channel. And then all of a sudden they met Cher and then they were up there doing whatever. I do not agree that she has had her up on that panel, allowing her to talk and allowing her to cry like a hot mess. But I do not agree with any of that. I don't agree with how some of the protesting has been. I think it is a fucking circus between YouTube and protesters. It's insane. It is insane. I'm like, when's the last time somebody shared a photo of Quentin and mentioned the last time he was seen and what he was wearing? And nobody. Speaking of the person, she's live right now talking about dear creators. I don't even want to know. And I'm so sick of, I'm going to say this too. I'm so sick of you channel people, because there's a few of you posting shit in your community tab and or live and then telling people not to use it. Telling people they're going to get striked for twisting your words and your, do you guys not understand the word of public? If you don't want nobody to see it and you don't want nobody to share it and you don't want nobody to comment on it, keep the shit private. Don't post it to a community. Don't post it to social media. Because unless that shit's watermarked, it ain't gonna get struck for no copyright. Okay? So stop posting shit if you don't want it shared. You would think everybody was in this for the same damn reason. Answers, justice. We should work together, not against each other. But half of this social media is working against each other. They don't want people using this or using that. Why not? If somebody's using your video, that means you're doing good or something. That means they're trying to drag people over to your channel. I'm not saying we should sit here and stream someone's whole ass video, but you should be able to play a clip or mention it and send people over there to look at it. That's working together. That's team players. This is not about you. This is not about your channel. Because half of you guys don't even listen to your damn subscribers. You cuss half of them out and click them off and block them because you don't like what they say. Well, guess what? You're not God. You don't have a right to just shut somebody up or mute them or tell them what they can and cannot post because you don't like it. Too bad. Get glad, okay? Because it's bullshit. And I'm sick of seeing it. So if there's any creators that need to clip this, share this, want to talk about a part, share it. Share it. Please share it. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to strike nobody. When somebody's talking about you or your channel, be happy. Now, if somebody's sitting up here, like we've heard certain people talk to certain people and certain protesters talk to families, calling you out your name, calling you things that they don't know, talking about your family, threatening to come to your job, by all means, do whatever the hell you need to do. But other than that, get the fuck out of here, dude. It's public. It's fucking public. Go get a watermark and watermark all of it if you don't want nobody to use it. Because other than that, you can use it. Fair claim. It's public. Yeah, right? No such thing as negativity, publicity. Exactly. Exactly. And like I've said before, I've had YouTube for a while. I just don't come on here like that. My thing is like, TikTok and Facebook and stuff. Oh, thank you. By the way, I meant to say thank you to all of you guys up here. I did see your comments right before I had to take that call. I'm trying to find them so I can answer back and tell you guys thank you. But I appreciate it. With the channel, saying that this is a good channel and saying that you guys like it here and all that. I really appreciate it. It's been hard to get people on YouTube. It took me a while too for Instagram. I'm just, yes, Emma, I know. And I love that about you. You're like the peace of YouTube. I love it. Your voice is soothing, very smart. Sometimes I send Emma stuff just to listen to or take a look at, and I'm like, what do you think? Because like she's smart and she always does really good with her videos. So if there's anybody in here that's not following Crime Stories Obsessed right here, I'll link her channel in my description. Conspiracy T2 or Conspiracy T. I always say her name wrong. Go check her out too, because she's got really good videos too. They're like short and to the point. There's no drama over there. Nobody's picking on anybody. Thank you, Annie. So I wanted to come and talk about that timeline, guys, because she was announced the suspect on the 12th. They drained the pool on the 10th. Okay. That interview from Curtis was on the 12th. And I know that said YouTuber has privated some videos or deleted them because I have screenshots of certain lives with like the people that were in it and like the name of the title of the video, and they're not there anymore. So I was trying to go back to see exactly when Billy Joe came on this channel, but it only shows 2 weeks ago. So it was around the same time that she was named a suspect. The pool was already drained. And oh yeah, and the drowning had already been mentioned in a group. I think this was in my group. I'm not sure. I cannot find it. They might have deleted it. So I don't think it's my group because you get removed for dirty deleting in my group. My hair. You see this? It has been confirmed. His body has been found in the landfill and his mother did it. It appears she drowned him. That was the 12th, you guys. Way before Bubba and Billy Joe's recorded conversation leaked about how she thinks he drowned in the tub because they were high. It was before Michael Leilani's brother came on and gave his theories about what the family was telling him. So it has been talked about doors being opened, the possibility of a drowning from the very fucking beginning. It might not have been from law enforcement, might not have been from the news, but it's definitely been talked about in plenty of groups. So and I don't know if you guys saw now, yesterday this was saying she was the primary suspect. No arrest or charges have so far been announced in the case. To me, that sounds like they know something and what they're trying to do or pin, and they just haven't announced it yet. So you can go a bunch of different ways with this. You know what I mean? So hold on. I'm gonna get the right timeline because that one was an edit of just basically like what happened. Hold on, because that's the wrong one. What is the wrong one again? Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm learning here. All right. So here's the timeline from the police. And this is what I'm going to go by with the timeline with the evidence because I don't trust anybody in this case about what they have to say or what they thought. Okay. I don't give a shit. I really don't because I don't trust any of them. So hold on because I'm going to try to find the one that has every day listed. Actually, what am I doing? I have it in my freaking. Hold on. I can't see the comments, guys. Give me just a second. Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to pin out. Like, we knew the doors were open. We knew that it was a possible drowning just based off the evidence that we were given. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just go back to the house on the 10th after you spent the first few days there with several agents, and then you spent several days in the trailer park questioning neighbors that you guys just heard me read in the beginning of this. If you don't go back there unless you were given some type of evidence. Or I mean, sorry, you were given some type of tip to go back and check that area or whatever it may be. Okay, I got the right one. Yay. I thought I lost you guys. Thank you guys all for being here. I really do appreciate it. I know that there's a lot of other channels that could probably be a little bit more interesting. Dang, is it this one? I can't remember which page it is. Yes, it's this one. Okay. Is it showing? There we go. All right, so the 7th mother and her boyfriend and 2 other children stayed, blah, 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 blah. There was a fight in September, so this is going way back before the child went missing. Okay. The week prior, and the grandma feels like she was upset about that. So on October 5th, that gave so police told us the boyfriend, who we know now is Daniel Youngkin, left for work at 6 a.m. Scene. At 9, parent asking if she had seen the toddler. The 911 call to report Quentin missing was placed 42 minutes later. Okay. And the 7th, they're searching the trailer park and the home of where the missing toddler. On the 9th, check specific areas as they continue to work to find Quentin Simon. Volunteers are not yet needed. The FBI continues to change the dispatch call on the 9th. And we listened, front door was open. Not the back door. She said the front door. I do believe. Line for tips regarding the missing toddler. Here was the tip line. That was the 9th. On the 10th, investigators drained the pool at Quentin Simon's home. They used a pump to drain the swimming pool and the R2 of the places, Chapman. So not only did on the 10th that a 911 call Leilani Simon made at 9:42 last Wednesday morning, and the body camera video of officers searching this home for little Quentin are both part of an ongoing investigation. On the 11th, we have grandmother and babysitter wants to leave a damn teddy bear or something. And Billy Joe doesn't think that her grandson's dead, but yet the day before gave an interview about how she can't trust her daughter. So whatever. Anyway, they go blows at it. And if you listen in this interview, there's some things in here. You know, the babysitter tells you, I tried to tell you, I texted you, I called you, I tried to tell you. And she says, and you didn't go get him. So whatever was happening the day before or a couple of days before Quentin went missing, these two were very, 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 very well aware of it. You can hear the babysitter say, I tried to tell you. And then Billy Joe comes back at her with, you didn't go get him. What are they talking about? Not the day that she was supposed to babysit. This is something else, guys, and you guys need to re-listen to it. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, my daughter needed to know or something was. So okay, on the 11th, remember the day before, we've already drained the pool. Okay, and they say, by the way, that they uncovered on the 10th as well in an exclusive new detail showing that Simmons' grandmother, Billy Joe Howell, did in fact have legal custody of Quentin and his older brother. Quentin's mom was also ordered to pay child support for the two boys. Okay? So on the 11th, we have this heated video. I'm going to play it. Listen to the words.
We begin with exclusive video of a heated exchange between two people connected to a 20-month-old.
Bear with me. I live by the mountain, so apparently my internet's going to be stupid right now. I'm going to start just going on my phone.
Has not been seen since last Wednesday morning.
Quentin was last seen at the home to a video. Quentin was last seen at the home where he lived with his mother, her boyfriend, siblings, and grandparents. Burkhalter Road in West Chatham County.
Lead investigative reporter Brett Buffington has been breaking new details now tonight from Chatham County Police headquarters with the entire video of the confrontation between Quentin's grandmother as
Just going to break right there for a second so we don't get like I'm trying to play their whole damn clip. Yeah, I agree though about the pool being some big part of the evidence. We're going to get to the rest of the timeline as soon as we listen to just a few things right here in this little thing.
new information in this case.
And Tina, we've learned tonight from that babysitter that Quentin Simon was part of a Department of Family and Children's Services case. That babysitter told me she talked to DCFS, and so did other people in that neighborhood.
This is my baby, not yours!
This video is absolutely...
You think I would do that?
It's the desperation of the people who love Quentin Simon.
You're awful to say you're going to put a memorial? My baby's not dead.
Quentin's grandmother in Quentin's babysitter's house.
That's my baby. I texted you and I told you I was going to.
The intense moments recorded by Dana McCarthy.
Did you hear that? I texted you. I called you. She was telling the grandmother that I was telling you something was wrong. And what did the grandmother want her to do? Obviously, to go get Quentin. And she didn't, according to the grandmother, because she says, you didn't go get him. Listen.
Artist's daughter, Dana, says Quentin's grandmother barged through her back door mad over the thought of a memorial for the missing toddler.
My baby's not dead.
I think that she's trying to take the heat off of them.
Diana talking with us today, telling me she's called Georgia's Department of Family and Children's Services about Quentin and his siblings before. DFACS told you there was a case.
Yes, absolutely.
Diana isn't the only neighbor here to tell us they were concerned about the children in this home.
I was afraid he was going to get hit.
We tried to get Billy Joe Howell's side of this.
You see, another neighbor said that they were afraid that that baby was going to get hit. So that kid has been out before. That kid has been neglected before because they did not know that he was outside. There are some other witnesses that have come forward on some other channels. Olivia, I don't really watch all of them. It was sent to me, and then I sent it to a couple of people that I thought maybe would be interested into it. If you guys want to go check out Olivia's page, she does have some interviews from some people that were said to have had the kids before because they were found outside. So, okay, so in that interview, we all know, okay, that was the 11th. Okay, on the 12th, police say 20-month-old Simon is believed to be dead, and they name Leilani the prime suspect in the case. No arrests have been made. So from the 10th, when the pool was changed or drained, one whole day, the 11th, to the 12th, they have evidence to lead them that he's in a landfill and she's responsible for it. So you tell me what you guys think they found in the pool. They found something, whether it was soaked clothes, maybe he had a toy or a teddy bear in his hand when he fell in there. And when they got him out and put him wherever they put him and then took him wherever they took him, they didn't think about getting the toy. I'm not sure, but Curtis, I don't believe you. I'm sorry. You go right up the alley with the family because you said what they have came out saying before they said it. And you took it to YouTube before you called the police. I call bullshit. And I have reached out to the police and to the FBI because I want to make sure that they're aware of that phone call. Because I think Mr. Curtis, if you're a real person here that didn't know the family and just some fucking stranger that they let in the house, which I have a very hard time believing, the police need to talk to you. Okay? They really do. Because the other kids were still in the home at that time, and we need to know, did you see them eat? Did they take care of them? Did you sleep there? Did you stay during the day and then just leave and come back the next day? Because you said you were with the family for the first few days. So were you staying there? Because then I have more questions. Because if you were staying there, then are you the uncle slash cousin slash whatever the fuck that was living in the trailer smoking meth? And that's why you went on there running your mouth about what was being talked about in the house because you got kicked out? And then after everybody saw that, then now the family has to find a YouTuber to bring them on the panel so they can cover this shit up, because that's what it sounds like. This is a fucking circus. It is a fucking circus with a bunch of damn animals in it. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about, guys. I might be back on later, do an open panel, let some people come up and give their thoughts and stuff. I'm going to share it to some groups and stuff. I've been having a hard time when I share this from StreamYard to Facebook, it's like, it gives them a whole ass different time than when I'm actually going live, or it says error can't be shared at this time. So I'm going to try to get some more people in here. We're going to do some open panel, let some people talk and let you guys see what's going on. I am going to see if I can get 2 people that I'm talking to, which is a friend and 1 family member, if they would like to come up on the panel. I don't think they're going to want to, but I'm going to ask. I have not asked them yet, but I'm going to. So yeah, watch for my updates. Make sure you like this video so more people can see it. And if you want to subscribe. I'd love to have you here. And yeah, just remember that, you know, justice for Quentin is what this is about, and everybody should be getting along and everybody should be on the same page, you know? All right, guys. I'm going to go. But until then, please take a look at the missing children.